Come on in the room. We right back, straight back to business with the N.y.a show. I think I had to do a double hitter today just because the stories I did, they're pretty fresh. And I don't really know if you could really put one the day after each other, but I'll continue to cut them up. Like I always do, I'll cut them up. These two shows likely came out in the same 24 hours. So it's the N.y.a show. Spirit Arrested is a short film by W3 Film. Is available on their YouTube channel. Please be sure to support my wife's project. It's her latest project. Like I said, around the household, we keep it in with some new projects. So of course, you know the intro is going to change what I talked about because we got new projects to talk about. How a mother is balancing life and pursuing dreams. An interview with actress Breyonna M. Thomas by Ajay Tambe is available on Spotify as well. My last story was the takeaways from the House hearing with Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle on the Trump assassination attempt. But I didn't mention if you are coming from my last show directly into this show, it's the show I did before this, which was what does Joe Biden bring to the table? What does Joe Biden bring to the table as we now, that was 6 days ago. 6 days later, it doesn't matter what he has to bring to the table because he dropped out of the race. So that was my last story. Then before that was Eddie Murphy says no funeral. And prior to that, a meeting in Cairo about the Sudan war and what was the results of that and what will we see for the future of the Sudan. So that's just I cover my bases on all the new recent things with me. Please be sure to check those things out. Now, with Biden is out, you know, what the Time magazine cover had, him on the way out, Kamala weigh in. Kamalaharris rallies new campaign to fight against, rallies new campaign to fight against Trump after Biden's endorsement. All right, this is by Gabriella Abdul Hakim and Leah Sarnoff. Came out on July 22nd. She takes aim at Trump Vice President Kamala Harris. Let me see, targets her potential rival for the White House in her first address to her campaign staff. ABC News. Selena Wayne reports from Delaware. So that's what that whole video about. That 6 minutes. Maybe I could do something later where I can actually play a video like that, you know, and talk over the whole thing. But it was a lot of news. It was like the news basically when I play this. And then of course they have Kamala's actual address when she came to the stage. I'll see if I can get that put on. But let's see if we can cover our bases with everything now is going on with Kamala Harris. Will she be able to secure your vote as she has over 100 days before we go to the polls. Endorsement, yes, at the campaign office headquarters in Wilmington, Delaware on Monday. It's my intention to go out and earn your nomination and to win, Harris said after taking a moment to thank her predecessor for his bold and visionary leadership. Now, I think that they should hold a convention, let other people out. I think that they should let everybody come out, see what they believe out of Democratic candidates that they think that can beat that Trump is probably on the side, who can beat Trump, and then put it out there because they're going to of course, they're going to jump out of the window and they're going to all jump behind Kamala, as of course it should be not reserved, deserved. But at the same time, I have to think about what happens if they do all this too fast. Some extra information comes out in a couple of weeks and it just blows the whole cover and make it pointless. It's like, yo, slow down. You can take time because if anything happens with Trump campaign, they're going to take their time to flush that out to make sure that they get everything that is worth. So please slow down, get a couple more news days, and then make the proper decisions. But like I said, more than anything, it's probably going to be right there what you see on that wall, Harris for president. Biden, who just finished his remark of his own to campaign staffers after stepping down from the race Sunday afternoon, told the team that although he is no longer on the ticket, he's not going anywhere. It may be best that Joe Biden step down even as the president and let Kamala finish it for him. If you want to step out there and be like, yo, I'm throwing in my towel because I ain't got it like that. I'm not the man. I ain't capable like that. So what the hell you think you're capable for finishing out the rest of the term for? You might as well slide on over to the side, my boy, and then let somebody else usher in. But I'm not going to put it out. I'm not going to put it out because I honestly, for a second, thought that he wasn't going to drop out because every time you see him open his mouth, it was, "I'm trying to push me out, and I'm staying in this race." Cool, bro. 2 days later, after all that huffing and puffing as you was going through those, I'm deciding that I'm going to go ahead and step out of the way and finish my duties as president and slide to Kamala. So Come on, come on. The president continue. I'll always have their back. I'm not going anywhere. I want them to know that I've always had their backs. I promise you, I will always have your back. He said. And this is Kamala with. That's a weird. The second gentleman. We would have never heard that term if a woman never made it to the vice presidency. And even when it comes to the presidency is a gentleman, second gentleman, Douglas Emhoff. That's her husband. Harris picked up the baton where Biden dropped it off, heavily going after former President Trump. Her campaign has begun framing the race as a fight between the prosecutor. Harris served as California Attorney General and a criminal. As many of you may know, before I was elected as Vice President, before I was elected as a U.S. Senator, I was elected Attorney General, as I mentioned, to California. Before that, I was a courtroom prosecutor. In those roles, I took on perpetrators of all kinds, Harris said. Predators who abused women, fraudsters who ripped off consumers, cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say I know Donald Trump's type. And in this campaign, I will proudly put my record up against him, she said. So even that whole expression there, that's perfect for me, because I think that Donald Trump is going to stay far away from this woman when it comes to a debate stage. He may go on there because it's going to be like night and day between his last debate with Biden, with the stumbling over words and all that, and with Kamala, who's going to be boom, 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 attentive. So I don't know if that's going to be the best decision. We will see if that happens. But if it does happen, he's still going to put it under the best Trump terms. Like, y'all, I'm special. Y'all the ones fumbling at the end. I'm giving you the opportunity to even get you any of my votes by giving you a chance to debate me and defeat me. But I still think that they're going to do it, but he's going to do it on all Trump terms. And we might be outside Trump towers. Voters have told ABC News that this election feels like it's more of a vote against Trump than for Biden. That's how I felt when they were voting for him a couple of years, when they were voting for him 3.5 years ago, going on 4 years ago. This campaign is not just about us versus Donald Trump, Kamala said. Our campaign has always been about two different versions of what we see as the future of the country. One focused on the future, the other focused on the past. Donald Trump wants to take our country backwards to a time before many of our fellow Americans had full freedoms and rights. Staffers were told Sunday that they would keep their job. And on Monday, it was announced. I want to watch for the stories that come out and everything fade out when they talk about who got fired. And on Monday, it was announced that the former campaign co-chair Jennifer O. Marley Dillon would stay on the run of the campaign. So everybody's keeping their job for now. Harris ended her remarks by telling staffers that the team was perfectly poised to win in November. We will fight. We win. When we fight, we win. So let's see what the future holds for Kamala, who she's going to pick to be her running mate. They've already got a few options out there for who to be. It cannot. Well, I'm not going to say what it cannot. They could do a woman and woman ticket, but they're going to probably go probably pretty Christian white man. Is probably what's going to end up being. That's going to be the only probably way that she gets that particular audience. But they could do a big FU like what what Donald Trump did. He didn't go and get anybody from any different kind of background in his vice president. He just said, "Yeah, I'm gonna get my boy. You gonna rock with him or you not? I'm not getting no Indian. I ain't getting no black person. I'm not getting no woman. This is what I'm gonna get because I already got this. I already got this in the bag without them. I'm just adding on a little extra to the ticket. So I want to see how it all plays out. Kamalaharris rallies new campaign to fight against Trump after Biden's endorsement. Let me know what y'all thoughts are on this. This is the N.y.a show as we go into a big historical week, 2 weeks. Donald Trump attempted assassination, the Republican convention, and we got Joe Biden doing all these interviews that he ended up dropping out. Now we got Kamala, who is pretty sure to be the nominee, but still not officially the nominee. Obama ain't said nothing yet, So it's the N.y.a show. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll check with y'all next time.